BIMSTEC India Marine Research Network. So first of all, BIMSTEC, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. It is a multilateral organization comprising of 7 countries: Sri Lanka, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand. It is a link between South Asia, these 5 countries are of South Asia, and Southeast Asia, Thailand and Myanmar from Southeast Asia. This organization was established in the year 1997, but this organization is not so active. Till now, there have been only 6 summits from 1997, and there is a need to make this organization more and more active. This particular organized I would say grouping or organization established under BIMSTEC is basically a testament to this fact that this organization, BIMSTEC, is becoming more and more active. And this is where the first biennial conference on BIMSTEC India Marine Research Network, BIMReN, was held in Kochi, Kerala from November 4 to 6, 2025. It is a major step because India's regional cooperation in marine research, sustainable fisheries, and blue economy development across Bay of Bengal region. Now, when we talk about marine research will entail, blue economy. Blue economy is any economic activity related to the waters. It can be mining, it can be fishing, it can be other minerals, mining of oil and natural gas, other minerals, then tourism, then pearl farming. In all these domains, doing more and more research and development. This is what BIMReN aims at. Event brought together scientists, policymakers, and research institutions from all 7 BIMSTEC member countries, strengthening India's leadership in marine diplomacy and ocean governance. And these resources are very, very important for everyone, especially the countries which are having vast coastlines. Full form is this: members India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bhutan, and Nepal. The ones which I am encircling are the founding members of BIMSTEC. Myanmar joined in the year 1997, but it was not a founding member. Founding members were India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Thailand, and Bhutan and Nepal both joined in the year 2004. Nature, a regional organization linking countries in South Asia and Southeast Asia around Bay of Bengal, focusing on economic, technical, and strategic cooperation. Formation and evolution. Origin name, it was BIST-EC, Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand Economic Cooperation. Established on June 6, 1997 through Bangkok Declaration. Myanmar joined in 1997, renamed as BIMSTEC. Nepal and Bhutan joined in February 2004, named as BIMSTEC. It was BIMSTEC, Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand Economic Cooperation. The abbreviation remained the same, BIMSTEC, but the full form changed. Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. Headquarters is in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Members today, 7 countries total, 5 from South Asia, 2 from Southeast Asia. Key facts: it represents around 1.8 billion people. There is around 22% of the global population. Combined GDP, $4.5 trillion. Sectors of cooperation, initially 6: trade, technology, energy, transport, tourism, and fisheries. And now it has been expanded to 14 areas, including environment, public health, and counter-terrorism. And each area is headed by one member country. Like India is heading tourism, India is heading marine ecology, and all these kind of sectors. India's role sees BIMSTEC as a natural bridge between South Asia and Southeast Asia. It promotes it as an active alternative to SAARC because SAARC is currently dysfunctional. Dysfunctional after the Uri attacks in 2016. Aligns with India's neighborhood first and Act East policies. These are 2 foreign policies of India, which you read in IR. Why BIMSTEC matters for India? Strategic location, Bay of Bengal lies at the heart of India's Indo-Pacific vision. Economic integration supports India's regional trade, connectivity and energy security. Security cooperation enhances maritime security and counter-terrorism coordination. Blue economy provides a platform for sustainable management of ocean resources. So, for all these purposes, BIMSTEC is important. About BIMReN. BIMReN, BIMSTEC India Marine Research Network, launched by Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India in 2024, announced by the Indian Prime Minister in 2022 BIMSTEC Summit, which was in Colombo. Purpose of BIMReN is to promote joint marine scientific research, sustainable fisheries, and blue economy cooperation among BIMSTEC nations. The best part about it is that it is promoting research and development, a domain where India is lacking, and research and development bhale coming from this marine domain, but research and development is coming. That is why I am happy about this initiative. Now, the 2025 Kochi conference, date was November 4 to 6, 2025, venue Kochi, Kerala, hosted by Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs. Participants, 7 BIMSTEC countries are there, all the 7. Theme, regional cooperation for sustainable marine research and blue growth. Blue growth is growth in the blue economy. Blue economy, I am repeating the concept, any economic activity related with the waters. It can be mining, it can be fishing, it can be pearl farming, it can be tourism, any economic activity related to the oceans. The conference was reviewed by BIMReN's achievements since its launch and discussed future research collaborations in marine science, technology and policy. Objectives of BIMReN: strengthen scientific cooperation in marine and ocean research, promote sustainable management of Bay of Bengal living and non-living resources. Non-living resources are basically minerals and all which are found. Build regional capacity for blue economy governance. Because if governance will be proper, there will be less chances of conflict among the member countries related to blue economy. Encourage young researchers to engage in marine science and policy studies and support India's regional strategies, Neighborhood First, Act East, Indo-Pacific Vision and Mahasagar. Mahasagar is mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across regions. So, this is what you need to understand. Features: institutional collaboration, links 25 research institutions and 50 plus scientists across BIMSTEC countries. Twinning research grants, funds joint projects between Indian and regional institutions. So, this is what twinning research means. It will grant funds to the Indian research and the regional research institutions. Split site PhD fellowships. Now, across allows doctoral students to conduct research in India and another BIMSTEC countries, and their research will be counted as valid in India. Focus areas: marine ecosystem health, sustainable fisheries, ocean observation, marine biotechnology, climate resilience. Now, climate resilience, you need to develop certain kind of technologies which are not affected by climate change, I would say, because climate change is a reality which is bringing in more and more, I would say, disasters. So we need to develop infrastructure which is climate resilient, technologies which are climate resilient, and this is very important. And there are many disasters which happen due to climate change from the oceans. For example, cyclones. For a cyclone to be generated, minimum sea surface temperature should be on an average 27 degrees Celsius. Not minimum, but average should be 27 degrees Celsius. And in the era of global warming or climate change, 27 degrees Celsius to यूं पहुंचता है. And we can see more number of cyclones getting generated. Like, for example, in the Bay of Bengal region, there are 4 to 5 cyclones which are getting generated in a year now. And around 15-20 years ago, there were only 2 cyclones which were getting generated in a year. So number of cyclones have increased, frequency has increased. There is a need for more and more climate resilience, infrastructure to be there, or overall there is a need for climate resilience. Marine biotechnology is basically when you are doing certain, or when you are applying technology to the living organisms. And marine organisms, if we are doing biotechnology with them, how we can, extract resources from them, how we can make their lives more sustainable, their habitats more sustainable, so that their population increases. So this is what all the focus areas are. Ocean observation, observe the oceans closely, how it is behaving, and what are the patterns in various climatic, I would say, effects on the oceans, ecological effects on the oceans, climate change effects on the ocean. This is all what will be there in ocean observation. Sustainable fisheries means environment friendly fisheries should be there. Excessive fisheries will deplete the fishing grounds. That should not happen. Marine ecosystem health, that should be maintained. And if that is not maintained properly, then that will, create loss of habitat and all for the fisheries. And this is something which is concerning. Knowledge exchange, biennial conferences, data sharing, joint publications, and workshops should be there. Youth participation, it encourages young researchers in science policy dialogues. Regional integration promotes collective frameworks for marine data sharing and capacity building. So, all these things should be undertaken, and these are the focus areas, or these are the objectives of BIMReN. Importance of Kochi conference. It reviewed the pilot phase of BIMReN 2024-25, connected 25 institutions and 50 plus researchers. Set agenda for next phase, focus on climate change impact. Since it is biennial, the next conference is expected to be there in 2027. Biennial means once in 2 years. Strengthened BIMSTEC partnerships through dialogue among policymakers and scientists, and promoted inclusive growth through blue economy principles. India no doubt is leading this initiative, but this initiative is going to benefit one and all members of the BIMSTEC organization. Why BIMReN matters for India? Leadership in marine diplomacy. India is leading it, and it is basically a platform to showcase India's leadership in this domain. And India no doubt is the largest economy among the BIMSTEC countries. It is a net security provider, largest military, and why not then lead in marine research and development? It supports blue economy vision of India. It encourages ocean-based sustainable growth, regional stability, promotes peaceful science-based collaboration in the Bay of Bengal, knowledge-driven development, enhances policy formulations through evidence-based research, and implements the Mahasagar vision of India. So there are 2 visions. Sagar stands for security and growth for all in the region. This region is Indian Ocean region. And Mahasagar is basically for the entire world, wherever it is needed. For security and economic growth, India will integrate with such kind of countries. So, this is what Mahasagar means. Wider regional and global significance. Regional cooperation, it enhances BIMSTEC's functional role beyond trade into marine science, and it is also promoting research and development and all, marine science and all, apart from economic growth and all. It contributes directly to SDG 14, life below water, and SDG 17, partnerships for goals. Climate action, it enables collective regional adaptation, strategies for ocean health. Scientific diplomacy uses research collaboration as a tool for regional trust and partnership. Youth empowerment builds new generations of marine researchers and innovators. Challenges, varying research capacities among member states, funding limitations for large-scale joint projects, need for uniform data sharing protocols, and rising climate-induced threats to coastal ecosystems. So, these are the challenges in BIMReN which needs to be understood.